Hello, good evening, and welcome back to PreciseAlgorithmTrading.com. It is Wednesday, September 20th. It was Fed Day, and we got a ton of volatility today. So let's look into what we can see. This is the automatic trading systems. This is the Dow. We look at this every night, or just about, and you can see that volatility just right there in the price action, or the not even price action. This is equity. This is after the trades. So you got some winners, you got some losers. We're spiked back up to pretty much back up to the equity peaks, the recent ones. And today's trading looked like this, and it's remarkable. I was away from the market like almost all day, just being able to rely on using my phone to monitor trades, and everything went off pretty much without a hitch, even though we had a ton of like activity because of the when the Fed turned out their numbers at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. The market went crazy, like it usually does in one direction or the other. So, but anyway, you can see we had some winners, we had some losers, all in. This thing's just about break even for today when you add the systems together. This is the Russell, which didn't do much, a little bit down. I think that's probably one trade again. Yeah, one trade for negative 765. And then this is the NASDAQ, which had a lot of, you can see the trades inside of there. We've got a spike back up. We're not back up to all-time highs yet. And this is what these trades look like. So that's whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades or so. And like I say, all in, it's just about break even for the day. So with all that volatility, it's really neat when the system did everything it was supposed to do. It executed properly. That's a big win, even though we're a little down for the day. So, and let's go to the stocks. So here's the S&P 500. This is this big down candle after yesterday's little dragonfly doji, or um, doji hammer candlestick type thing. So we're seeing this now unfolding to where we're possibly in a zone if we look across here where we could find support, but that is a big negative candlestick that typically will continue that way at least into the morning. So what I'm going to hope to see is some capitulation. We are, this is a pretty big move. It looks pretty oversold. Um, Technically speaking, it's still green on the 1 hour time frame on the TrueMomo indicator. So it's quite a big move, though. It looks pretty rough on the hourly to continue down as well. And hopefully we hold these Harvard lines on the weekly, or else, you know, uh, things are going to get rough. They're already kind of rough. So here's the Dow. That was the S&P. Um, this is in a squeeze, and actually everything looks just kind of fine for now. It's still a rough move on the hourly, but this thing looks like it could literally like just do a little bit more back and forth walking. The Russell, hit the lower Bollinger Band again, and we are oversold. So that's interesting. Be looking for maybe a Bollinger Band bounce here pretty soon, unless things get just crazy, and we're back underneath the definitively now with the last 3 days. Um, the blue Harvard line. Nasdaq broke through uh, that triangle pattern that I was talking about last night, and so what's the bigger pattern look like? Downward sloping channel it looks like, but I'll have to do a little bit more. Basically bottom line is we shouldn't be in the Nasdaq right now. Speaking of the NASDAQ, you know, other than the fact that I believe I got a really relatively tight stop, I'm still on Apple because of the weekly chart, and because I was expecting this triangle pattern to hold, and so we'll see. And I got kind of an intermediate target right there, so it probably won't hold at this point, would be my guess. But I do have my stops in place. My risk is managed. All right, and what did oil do today? I believe it went down pretty hard, so that's interesting. I'm playing this to the downside for a not very large play, and we'll see how it shakes out. Boy, bonds are still getting beat up. Nope, that's it. IYT. Sorry, TLT is what I'm looking for. IYT doesn't look too bad. TLT. Okay, not terrible. So, all right, move to the bullish percent indexes. I bet they got interesting today. The industrials didn't move. The NYA up by 0.35%. Transports didn't move. The NASDAQ down by only 0.46%. The SPX up by 2.49%. The OEX up by 1.92%, and the NDX up by 2.13%. So, that's interesting. Things could bounce tomorrow, but anything can happen. Let's just not kid ourselves. That's what I've got for the night. And just so you know, the next few nights we're possibly going to be sporadic, and I think we'll still post something, but it's going to be questionable because we're going to be doing some traveling. So take care, guys. Good trading, and have a great evening.